everybody knows rapper Young Thug is free.
Okay.
He took a plea deal. What was it, Thursday?
Yeah.
After 2.5 years, he was arrested, RICO charges, gang and racketeering indictments, and he was released Thursday evening.
Started off with 27.
Mm-hmm.
Dwindled it down all the way to 4.
Yes. And this began in January of 2023 and took nearly 10 months just to get the jury selected.
Yeah. I am requesting to be removed from the current case due to the length of this trial and how the state has handled this case. I will be biased towards any decisions moving forward. Well, I think this is just a ploy to get off of a case that he's sick of being on because it's taking up his time.
And prosecution had dozens and dozens of witnesses. So
3 judges.
Yes. So Young Thug is going to make out like a bandit considering what he was facing in the charges. And he's only 33. So he was sentencing of 45 years. What they originally wanted was 25 years in prison and 20 on probation, which is the total sentence of 40 years. And he was expected to serve the first 5 years in prison, but the judge considered that time served based on the amount of time he was already in prison for the trial. And he's going to be on probation for 15 years. And with the threat of a 20-year sentence in jail if he messes up. Yes. So this was a wild case. Since it started, there was a lot of just events that happened, from people doing drug deals live on camera in the courtroom. To the judge, the third judge.
Which judge?
Yeah, 3 different judges.
Right.
The crooked judge, old dude.
Yeah.
Number 1, the first judge.
So he's not going to get this chance again. So if he took that risk to allow them to do that mistrial or fight it, you gave the feds more time to tighten up their, because they made
just do this whole shit.
But she could not do
I
that.
feel like that too.
No, she could have. She just didn't
She
want
could. She told him if I declare a mistrial, they can recharge you. She said that clearly.
She let him know clearly. Yeah. So there was just so much going on with this trial, and I felt like, how is it possible that all of this could happen legally, where, you know, they were bringing witnesses into the judge's
This is
chamber.
America.
So you could,
How did you get that information supposedly from my chambers? Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me. You got 5 minutes. Well, I don't need it. I want to continue. This is what I was told. Mr. Copeland made
so you can imagine if this is somebody who didn't have resources,
or money.
That's the reason why their conviction rate is so fucking high, because a lot of them that they have don't have the resources. They don't. So you can't fight that. Take a goddamn plea.
Yeah. And also, they were trying to use Young Thug's lyrics against them. They were taking lyrics from Just How It Is, Original Slime Shit, Halftime, and Ski, and they were trying to say these were autobiographical lyrics, with the lyrics, Young Thug discussing harming gang rivals, killing people. But they were saying one of the issues that a lot of people who were keeping their eyes on the case were saying that it was racism, because they were trying to turn these lyrics autobiographical under the belief that black young men are inherently more violent and play into those stereotypes. So that's why they were trying to say these were a reflection of real lyrics versus just artistic expression, as most artists do. Not to mention, there was tons of witness tampering, lots of witnesses not complying. There was just YSL Woody. Yeah, it was just a complete
YSL
shit
Woody.
show.
Like Woody alone. Woody alone stole
that
that.
dude was comedy.
Famous.
Right.
Yeah.
So you
Were you 3 of you close? Were you not close? Tell the jury about your friendship.
Look, I took special ed classes. You got to talk to me in a way that I can understand.
Sure.
So you're not gonna you're not gonna have a situation with a government like this. He had no choice but to take it.
They need to throw this out, but they won't, because it's like, we can't let you know. We can't let you know
because one of his crew members, he got a life sentence from a 2019. He just got the 10 years of the RICO charge, time served, taken off, because he got a life sentence for Now, I'm not saying that it's tied in with this, but he's on his crew, so you know he was gonna get away clean. This was the cleanest that any in with money.
I know, but he should have got away clean.
Right.
The way they this whole
Now
the way
you
they,
see-
Yes. So
can't go into Metro Atlanta for 10
can't
years.
go into Metro Atlanta.
No in Metro Atlanta.
Nope.
Only people he can with is family, business.
Well, he can go for family business.
Yeah, that's what I said. Family and business.
Yeah.
And like I said, he in other words, the Metro Atlanta don't.
And I don't see that that's a major deal because Atlanta ain't the only place popping in the country.
that's his home.
I mean, I get that, but you
Hey.
can
Where he
still.
makes his plays and his money. And
I
his,
mean,
like,
when
that
you a
is-
million-
Again, you can make that money. You're
Anyway, I'm
in.
just saying, like that's true, but you're telling a man he can't.
No.
go
Well,
home.
considering
What's that? It's
the
either
other
that. It's
option
either
is
that
jail.
or
No,
40
I'm just
years.
saying, yeah, he ain't gonna get
Nigga,
that 40.
you said
Yeah.
10
But that
years.
shit's still
10 years,
crazy.
I can't go around.
No,
Nigga,
15 years of probation.
15.
Yeah, but
Of probation.
Yeah,
What
he
does that probation
He got
entail?
15 years of probation, but he can't go in the metro for a decade.
Atlanta area.
For 10 years.
But what does that probation entail too?
I mean, it don't matter. Listen,
It's just
when-
15
listen,
years as long
Listen,
as
when
he
you a
keeps it
damn
clean.
millionaire, they ain't shit. You got
15
assets.
years.
You got assets to a whole bunch. Of shit. This ain't no broke you talking about. So, hey, if you telling me I don't have to be in there for 40 years, I gotta be good for 15, and I gotta stay out of my hometown for 10.
That's nothing.
That's nothing. That 100 acres. No, he got 100 acres.
In Atlanta?
Yeah, he got 100
Well, I guess he got to
acres.
sell that shit.
No, he don't. Like 100 acres. That's a city right there.
It's up to him. It ain't
Well,
no
what-
That's a city.
What is his pro? I just want to know the terms. Like the
You just can't stay the fuck out of trouble.
Yeah, you
Don't
gotta
can't be
stay out of Atlanta.
can't be in
No
no
gang
contact with
association.
YSL members or any of the defendants. You know, it's the same tale. You can't be around. You was.
I do all the tracks drop offs.
He got to do it. He
You
got
just
to.
gotta send Pro Tools.
He got,
sessions.
and then he got to give. Of course, he got a drug test and shit like that. And all that
Okay,
stuff.
well, these are the terms
So
that
what?
happen.
I'm doing that. If that was me,
Yeah,
I'm doing
I mean,
that.
that's
40
versus
years,
20 years in prison if he screws up.
Let me
'Cause
get
if he
that.
screws up, he gets 20.
20.
He gets
And
20
that's why I'm
years if he
saying,
screws
what
up
are the
probation.
terms? Nigga, 15
It don't
years is
even
a
matter
long.
what the terms. If the
Yeah.
nigga say I gotta piss every day in the cup, so
That's
be
what you
it.
do.
That's I don't
If
gotta
they
see
say you
that.
can't go into Atlanta, they said you can stay in Georgia, so
Right.
you just got to move away from the
Nigga,
Atlanta area.
I'm a millionaire. I'll move somewhere else. How niggas in
But
their
what are the
neighborhood
terms
anyway?
of the probation?
It don't matter.
It does
No, it don't.
they
He
just
free.
told terms.
Yeah, we just ran it down
He
to you.
said no anti-gang. He's required to stay out of the metro Atlanta area.
Oh,
for
and
the
he
first-
can travel
And
freely.
he got, and part of his probation, he got to do like an anti-gang.
Yeah, bearing certain guidelines, which include returning to the city to make live anti-gang and anti-violence public presentations to children at school or community organizations several times a year. In the days leading up to his hearing, 3 of Williams' co-defendants, Young Thug's defendants, pleaded guilty and deals with the prosecution. So basically, those are the terms of the probation. He can't associate with gang members. He got to go into the city to do anti-gang PSAs live. And he's got to stay away from the Atlanta metro area for 10
I
years.
know there's more to it than that.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there are more details. He probably got to piss in a cup eventually. I mean, I'm sure there's certain matters that aren't released to the media he has to comply
That's what I'm
with.
saying.
but-
It's got to be something.
Hold on. 15 years, 20 years in prison. The nigga's in there for 3.
Yeah.
He's not no regular Joe. So let's keep that in mind. You know what I can do
He
to
took
help?
probation, or he took the plea
No, he
because
took
he
the
was
plea.
tired of jail.
Yeah, that exactly.
I'm trying to figure out what would a term, because it has to, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
just-
these are the terms that have been reported to the
Right,
media.
we do a gated terms that reported, you know what I'm saying? But overall, if it's 15 years, bruh, he can. We just said he got 100 acres to build a city where he at. Plenty of things you can do in them 15 years to stay the out of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, right now that's the best thing going for him is 15 years. I mean, the choice is obvious. So
Yeah.
I mean, there is no other option.
And he lost 2 homies since he been in there.
Yeah, so I mean, this was the best choice for him. He could have stayed and fought it.
His attorneys told him, look,
his attorneys wanted more money.
His attorneys told him,
Get out.
look, you go through another RICO trial, it's gonna hurt his pockets. Number one, then you most likely gonna get some type of time. Whereas you can take this plea and go home today. Which one you want to do? I'm gonna go home today. Let's go.
I thought it was the opposite. I thought his attorneys wanted him to continue fighting, and he was the one that said, "Nah, I just want to go home."
I don't think he.
I don't know, because I would figure the attorneys would get more money.
What the judge said,
further.
the judge just said, if I give you a mistrial, because they was talking about it.
Mistrial without prejudice.
Mistrial without prejudice. They can't come back and recharge you again on a RICO charge.
They can, yeah.
So, and based off how they made so many mistakes now, you giving them an opportunity to tighten up their shit. So if they tighten up their shit, you ain't gonna escape. Now you're gonna get hit in the head. Whereas you take this shit, stay the fuck out of trouble, right? You're a millionaire. Stay the hell out of trouble. 15 years.
I mean, it's very easy when you're a multimillionaire to stay out of trouble. He should pull a DMX. Remember when DMX went to, what was it, Arizona?
Yeah.
Yeah, just move somewhere boring, like Iowa or Idaho. You can't get in no trouble there.
Right.
Yeah.
Stay the low.
Well,
So
you
you ain't
get
gonna
in
stay
trouble
low key
anywhere,
because he's gonna be making music. Now him and Gunna gonna be watch. That's gonna be.
Yeah, him and Gunner will link up and be friends again. They'll be Batman and Robin.
After 15, 20 years.
Well,
no, he can work with him now.
They're fighting. Yeah, his legal counsel. I don't know if they
Wasn't he
finalized
part
it.
of the case?
No, but
They were appealing.
Yeah, but
to have him work with Gunner.
They got his clips. He was in the courtroom when he was. It was
There
clips.
has to be some terms.
It was
all
clips.
this shit doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, it was clips in the courtroom where he was asking the judge. He said, "I want to work with my brother." He named his by his real name, aka Gunner, because they do business together. So he was already asking for that in the judge. I think she accepted it. I think she did because that was one of the things that he was asked because once she had gave him the term saying you can't be in the mix with no YSL member or any gang affiliated. Gunner was an exception. Why I said Diddy ain't gonna get no damn time. If you got money, he ain't, dog. He ain't.
Wait. Now keep in mind the person who put these charges onto Young Thug was Fonnie Willis. Right. Fonnie Willis was elected the DA of Fulton County, and there was some talk that she shouldn't have won. The people of Atlanta voted her in under the belief that she was going to be good for the city. She brought charges against Trump that so far aren't sticking.
No, right now they held it off. They held it off until after the election. Georgia Supreme Court hold off his trial until after the election.
But her participation in the actual trial is very sketchy based on some of the corruption charges she has been found with.
Well, she's fought them off and she's still on the case. So what she did was she had her supporting it, which that's a no-no.
It was more than he was giving a bread. And
he was gonna get paid regardless because that is service. The point was it went further than that when they had sex. Plus, one of them was still married. I think he was. So when you are in a lead, any power position like that, you doing that you looking bad, not only for the department but also for the state. So they can't. Again, it goes back to judgment. Can a woman know when there's a time and place to do shit? You can't do things what a man can get away with. You feel what I'm saying?
Are you saying Fonnie Willis was at college homecoming with her ass cheeks out?
She performed that at her professional duties. That's exactly what she did. Only difference is she hold the damn card because she was the boss. That's it.
Well, my issue with Fonnie is not only that she brought bullshit charges against Young Thug, but she was also responsible for letting those cops off in Atlanta who shot up old boy sleeping at that Wendy's drive-thru, and that was really my issue with Fonnie Willis. You remember that issue?
Yeah, I remember that.
Rayshard Brooks.
Yeah.
It happened in June 12th, 2020. Cops ran up on him while he was and they shot him up. Now, the original DA, who was Paul Howard Jr., who Fonnie Willis was running against, actually put charges on those cops, and they were going to see Paul Howard put a felony murder and 10 other offenses on those cops that shot up old boy at the Wendy's. And he used that as a platform when he was running. He lost to Fonnie. Once she became the DA, she dropped the charges against those cops.
Of course, because that was a part of the deal for her ass to get up in there.
I know. So ever since then, I've always had kind of a foul view of Fonnie Willis.
I do too. It just goes to show justice is up. It doesn't matter what color they are, what gender they are. So this is the reason why I'm not even on that board until somebody showed me something concrete. What did he? I'm not on that. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care. The man had freak offs. A lot of these niggas perform that shit now. Try to do what he does. So if you be mad with him on that, that's one thing. There's another thing that people was really mad about is because what he did to Khalees. And they feel like that because he got away for that, his ass.
Khalees?
Not Khalees.
Cassie?
Cassidy, sorry.
Okay, boy, you threw my whole shit off.
My bad.
Do not know that?
Yeah.
My bad. You thank you. You helped me out. Anyway.
No,
people feel like he should get punished for that shit. That's the reason why the whole outcry. And again, I tell people it's two separate cases. One ain't even a case. It was an incident that should have been a case, and he would have been found guilty. But because the statute of limitation has passed, and the feds leaked the shit out because they want the court of opinion on that shit, aka dehumanize his ass, which it worked. So now, whatever fucking shit they come out with, everybody got jokes about it. Everybody is turned against about it. Meanwhile, nobody has seen nothing concrete about what this man actually done. They're building a case off of bullshit ass lawsuits that nobody's getting no money off of.
No, I get it.
So that's all I'm just saying, people. You just can't sit here and just say justice get painted over like that. You have to separate your feelings from facts and vice versa. Because again, if that was us regular folks, and these people here has money. They got money, power, and fame. So they can push that shit off and they can fight vigorously. Meanwhile, us regular folks don't have that leeway. So we have to make sure that everybody is being held accountable and do what they're supposed to do. And justice will come out like that.
Hopefully so. Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna